internet is filled with fashion inventions for women. Some of them are absolute BS, but some of them are actually useful. And so we have a woman who's going to take a look at some of these inventions that have been going around the internet and evaluate if they're actually useful for day-to-day women's wear. So these are soulmates. I don't know if you can tell, but on the bottom of each of the heels is a tiny little cap that will stop it from sticking into the ground if you're walking across grass. Would you put those on the bottom of your high heels?
If I knew I was going to be walking on grass a lot that day. Because it is a problem. Because like you'll be like, ooh, ooh.
Did you just fall backwards?
Yeah, with the mud.
Yeah, they seem ridiculous to me, but I guess we have to bear in mind that you can take them off and just leave them in your purse.
But I'm never walking in the grass with heels a lot. So.
Yeah, you're not constantly like hiking in high heels?
Yeah, I don't hang out in the grass a lot.
So they could be useful if you're a fashionable hiker. Okay, so this is the complicated purse insert. You stick that in there, and then you can fit all sorts of complicated shit.
If it wasn't.
So I personally think that women go crazy with the amount of things that they carry on their purse. Now, granted, I did just say you should have soulmates in your purse, but why do you need to carry all that stuff?
I don't know.
Do you even carry a purse?
I carry a fanny pack and a backpack, an elbow backpack.
This is the adhesive nude gel bra for backless, strapless dresses and things like that.
I've seen them before. One of my good friends uses it. She has fake boobs though.
Oh, so they don't need as much support anyway. It seems to me like how could that possibly provide the support of a bra?
I've tried to do it and it's uncomfortable. I'm a fan of not wearing bras.
Yeah, me too. Of both me and you.
Know.
Yeah. I don't think they're necessary, but I don't wear a lot of backless dresses, so maybe I'm not the perfect judge. So this is the hip tee. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little black strip of fabric under the shirt. And so basically this is a band that goes around your waist so that if your shirt rides up, they're not seeing like whale tail or something. I don't know what a dickie is.
A dickie's like the half sweatshirt.
Oh, that's
just
true.
Like,
yeah. So just a band around the middle. Could you see yourself wearing that?
For layering purposes, yeah.
Yeah. But I would imagine for you
earlier
probably...
in the 2000s, though. That's not as fashionable now.
The layering.
It was very like Abercrombie layering. 2000.
You probably don't worry about your shirt riding up too much. I imagine that if you had like a muffin top going on, that would be more of a concern.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, and I wear high-waisted stuff.
That's true.
Low waist really isn't in right now.
So if you're not into the high-waisted, maybe buy hip tee. So jean stirrups for wearing with boots, so your jeans don't get all bunched up in your boots.
I could use that right now, actually.
I think this is actually pretty ingenious. I think it's a good idea. I don't wear boots like that, but I think for girls this makes sense. And how expensive could it possibly be? Okay, so these are key socks, and so you can tell they have a complicated process there whereby you can be wearing like knee highs, but you can wear like shoes so that they don't show.
Why do they have to go up to their knees, though? I don't understand.
I think for warmth purposes or so that they don't fall down as easily.
That's stupid. I'm not down.
I personally think women put too much trouble into not showing socks.
And why are they wearing socks with their heels? Yeah, socks are so fashion these days.
For hygienic purposes or something like that.
Wear socks and
Comfort.
show them. It's so cute and fashion.
I don't get the whole wanting to show the tops of your feet. So this is the knicker sticker. If you don't want to have some sort of thong line in your clothing, you can wear these disposable. Bear that in mind. Don't reuse these. What do you think? I think this is disgusting.
I think it's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you really want to avoid having lines, well, you're not gonna. Nobody's gonna see it. Ideally, it's not like you like hook up with the guy and he gets to like slowly peel it off.
Woo! Sorry.
It must have happened though, because that's the sort of environment you would wear them in.
And I've never seen my thong line. It's in your butt crack.
I've seen it.
You'd have to have a really flat butt. I've never seen the thong line.
Yeah.
Ever.
I can't imagine they're selling a lot of those. The racerback bra clip.
Yes.
Okay, so this seems super simple. I can understand they probably sell a ton of these. I don't get what's so bad. I like the before picture better. I think it looks better.
It's a different look. A lot of people say that it's really slutty when you can see your bra.
Why
I was actually worried about seeing, I'm wearing a leotard today, and I was like,
oh, I thought you just had a huge bra.
No, it's a leotard.
Okay. I like seeing the straps. I think that it's cute / sexy. I don't think that it's the worst thing in the world.
I used to too.
Knit boot cuffs. And so if you don't have room in your boots for thick, like warm socks, this just goes in an inch or two, which gives you the cool layered look without actually taking up all that room in the boots.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
So you have to put it over your jeans and pull it all the way up?
I think so.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of trouble to go to just to look like you're wearing warm socks.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the layered. You can't really tell from this picture.
Oh God, these are like those cargo
zippered
pants.
Yeah, so
Horrible.
you can take off individual layers to move it up by 2 inches.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that. So like, would you ever use the not shortest length? Like, it would just look weird. Like it's like scale mail or something.
It's gross.
Which actually makes it sound kind of cool.
Not
Now I'm into it. Yeah. So that was on Etsy, I believe. They also have there's shoes with heels that come in different lengths, so you can change it to be short heel, high heel.
I could do that.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not that one. That was the last one? Okay, so there are tons of these. Like, I chose 10. There's dozens and dozens of crazy inventions. I think that for the most part, they're solving problems that people don't really have. Unless you just want to have something adhesive stuck to your hoo-ha, I don't think that like the lines are a big issue.
True.
And you should show your bra straps. That's my lesson.
And it's kind of good to wear a thong, because if you sit down, like if your jeans are low, you see your butt crack. So it's good to always pull your thong up a little so you see like the cute little lace part and not your butt crack. But with the hoo-ha cover, you won't be able to do that.
But don't a lot of girls not want to show the thong in the back?
I would much rather see a thong than a butt crack.
I think it depends on the individual butt crack.
I'm not a fan of butt crack.
Yeah. Send in a picture and I'll evaluate if you should cover it with
like
a thong. Anyway, and so those are some of the inventions we have. If you have inventions you'd like to see on a future episode of Trendy or Trashy, feel free to send it in to me, and we'll see you next week on another Trendy or Trashy.